Toby, till late in the third quarter, you guys were struggling offensively in that frame. Second half in general didn't feel the same as the first half on that end. Did something change for you guys? What did you see
Fire.
as kind of
2 hours in the film room. Investigations. LeBron's shoutout. Defense transformation. Indiana Fever media availability. The Indiana Fever opened the season with a win that was anything but perfect, and today's media availability revealed just how much more is simmering beneath the surface. From Caitlin Clark's brutally honest reflection on missed opportunities, to Stephanie White's 2-hour film session breakdown, to Natasha Howard's vow that defense will win them games, this was no ordinary press day. Add in league investigations into alleged fan behavior and a shocking shout-out from LeBron James himself, and this story has everything. Collision key shocking hooks and storylines. It's never as good as it seems. It's never as bad as it seems. Caitlin Clark admits Game 1 left a lot on the table despite the win. 2-hour film session? Stephanie White says it wasn't just about mistakes. It was about changing habits and mental focus early in the season. League investigation launched after reports of inappropriate comments from fans. Clark, there's no place for that in society. White, be a fan. Don't be a jerk. Brianna Turner, one person saying something is one too many. The Fever demand league-wide accountability for safe environments. Clark on defense. If we can hold teams under 20 points in a quarter, we'll win a lot of games. Natasha Howard. Defense is what's going to win us games. Emotional moment. Clark checked back into the game to help Dejounte Carrington climb the all-time scoring list, calling it a historic moment. Clark on LeBron's tweet. I thought it was fake at first. LeBron is the GOAT to me. Stephanie White draws a bold comparison. Very few people can understand Caitlin's spotlight. LeBron. Serena. Tiger. Fever embracing identity shift. Tougher defense, more switching, and physical presence that White says has been missing for years. Microphone, this wasn't just post-game chatter. This was a statement of intent. Right arrow, the Fever believe they can transform into a defensive powerhouse. Right arrow, they're demanding respect and accountability from fans and the league. Right arrow, and they know their offense has only scratched the surface. The deeper truth behind Game 1. What looked like a gritty opening win on the scoreboard was exposed in the film room as a game that left far too much on the table. Caitlin Clark admitted the Fever spent 2 hours dissecting film, an almost unheard-of length for a regular season review. Her takeaway? Backhand index pointing right, it's never as good as it seems, and it's never as bad as it seems, but there's so much room for improvement. Clark praised her teammates for recovering when coverages broke down, deflections, blocks, rebounding scrambles, but she was blunt. We can't wait to fix things after the mistake. We have to be sharper from the start. Shield defense. The new Fever identity. Stephanie White confirmed what Fever fans have been waiting to hear. This team is finally serious about defense. White admitted activity level was high, but execution wasn't. Brianna Turner emphasized that help defense and communication are non-negotiable. Natasha Howard flat-out declared, our defense is going to win us games. Everyone can score, but not everyone can defend. That's what separates us. This is a shift from previous seasons where the Fever were criticized for defensive lapses. The word now? Accountability. Police Garlight off-court shock. League investigation. The Fever didn't just talk basketball. The WNBA confirmed an investigation into alleged inappropriate comments from fans during the opener. Caitlin Clark. There's no place for that in our game or in society. Every fan, every player deserves respect. Stephanie White doubled down. Be a fan. Be passionate. Boo the other team. But don't be a jerk. Brianna Turner didn't hold back. One person saying something inappropriate is one too many. This was more than a soundbite, it was a message to the entire league. Hate speech will not be normalized. Basketball, the offensive puzzle. Clark admitted the Fever missed mismatches they had planned to attack, but she remains confident it will click. She spoke about her role as point guard. Not everyone has the same skill set. It's my job to put teammates in spots where they can succeed. Natasha Howard echoed, Caitlin's IQ makes our jobs easier. The passes are coming. We just need reps. For a team with so many new faces, chemistry will take time. But Clark believes once the offense catches up to the defense, the Fever will be dangerous. Glowing star, a historic moment, and LeBron's support. One of the most emotional moments? Clark checked back into the game late to help teammate Dejounte Carrington reach third all-time on the scoring list. I was going nuts on the sideline watching her not get the ball. I told coach, "Let me in. I want to help her get it." To be part of that moment was special. Then came the bombshell. LeBron James tweeted his support of Clark and the Fever. Clark's reaction? Pure disbelief. I thought it was fake at first, but LeBron is the GOAT to me. He really watches the W. That means everything. Stephanie White added her perspective. Very few people know the weight Caitlin carries. LeBron is one. Serena Williams. Tiger Woods. That's the level. Puzzle piece, the bigger picture. Fever's new era. From defensive overhaul to league investigations to NYWNYA synergy and Caitlin Clark's leadership, the Fever are more than just a young team finding their way. They are a franchise in transformation. This availability made one thing clear. The Fever aren't satisfied with Game 1. They won't tolerate hate in their arenas. And they know the basketball world is watching, from LeBron to every WNBA fan. Key takeaway. This wasn't just another media session. This was a warning to the league. The Fever are building a defensive identity, holding each other accountable, and stepping onto a stage bigger than basketball itself. LeBron's shout-out, defensive evolution, and a league at a crossroads. The Indiana Fever's season-opening victory might have looked clean on paper, but inside the locker room and film room, the truth is much deeper. What unfolded in the 2-hour media session was more than basketball. It was a mixture of awe, accountability, and raw honesty. White medium star Caitlin Clark's surreal moment with LeBron James. Caitlin Clark, a player who has already captivated millions, admitted even she is not immune to starstruck moments. When she met LeBron James in person, the guard who rarely shows nerves couldn't hide it. That's one of my idols. LeBron is the GOAT to me. I don't get too starstruck, but he's one of those people I did. For him to go out of his way to wish me luck, I honestly thought it was fake at first. But it was real. He watches the WNBA. He loves it. He appreciates what we're doing here. It wasn't just a fan moment. It was a historic bridge between basketball generations, the NBA's most iconic player publicly supporting the WNBA's newest star. Shield defense. The Fever's new identity beyond the bright lights of LeBron's shout-out. Clark spoke about what truly excites her. The Fever's defensive potential with new teammates like Dejounte Carrington and Natasha Howard. There's just so many different things we can do. DB can play the 3, she can play the 4. I've gone against her before, and it's a nightmare to figure out how to attack her. Now, having her on our side, it changes everything. Clark explained that defense for the Fever is no longer about isolation. It's about rotation, help side, and trust. You're never playing one-on-one. Maybe you're on the ball, but you always have built-in help. Bree January has really challenged us to be physical, to deny passing lanes, to jam up handoffs. But if you're going to do that, your teammates have to rotate and cover for you. That's why we had success in Game 1. We had each other's backs. The Fever are not just playing harder, they're building a defensive culture. Movie camera Stephanie White's film session revelation. Head coach Stephanie White echoed her young star but revealed a hard truth. Game 1 was far from polished. Anytime you watch the film, it's never as good as it seems and never as bad as it seems. Our activity was good. Our execution wasn't. Offensively, we rushed through actions instead of finishing the first one. Defensively, we were moving but not always in sync. White admitted that's why the Fever spent so long in the film room. Part of it was facility walkthrough, part of it was Chicago film, part of it was Atlanta scout. But honestly, it was about our mental approach. We're not at the point where we can just breeze through this. We have to break it down, detail by detail. For players like Clark, it was eye-opening. For White, it was necessary. 2 hours to set the tone for an entire season. Police Garlight, no place for hate. The league investigation, but the most emotional part of the day wasn't even about X's and O's. It was about basic humanity. The WNBA announced it was investigating reports of inappropriate fan comments during the opener. Clark spoke with calm conviction. There's no place for that in our game. There's no place for that in society. Every fan, every player deserves to feel respected. Stephanie White was more blunt. Be a fan. Be passionate. Boo the other team. But don't be a jerk. It's not that hard. There's no place for hate in our league, home or away. This wasn't a minor side note. It was a reminder that while the Fever are building a new basketball identity, they're also demanding a new standard for the culture surrounding the game. Broken Heart the balancing act, White admitted that as much as she critiques, she balances it with positives. We try to go 60-40ths. I've been in those film sessions where it's all bad clips, and it's draining. So we show the good too, the plays where we get it right, the defensive possessions that are perfect. Players need to see what it can look like. It's a delicate balance, pushing players to be sharper while letting them believe in what they're building. Key the big picture in one media day, the Fever revealed the heart of their journey, a superstar in Caitlin Clark, humbled yet motivated by LeBron's recognition. A coach in Stephanie White, grinding the details early so bad habits don't stick. A defensive revolution, powered by Natasha Howard, Dejounte Carrington, and a collective buy-in. And a moral stand, reminding fans everywhere. Love the game, respect the players, leave hate behind. This wasn't just a press conference. It was a statement. Backhand index pointing right, the Fever aren't just chasing wins, they're building a culture. Defense, unity, and a bigger stage every day, the Fever look a little more connected. Every game, a little more balanced. And every practice a little closer to becoming the team they believe they can be. But the story of this week's media session wasn't just basketball. It was about healing, accountability, and the growing weight of stardom. Basketball's Sophie Cunningham. The waiting game Stephanie White opened with a careful update on Sophie Cunningham. Every day we see her more and more confident, a little more balanced, White said, before quickly shifting into coach mode. But I don't want to rush her. We need Sophie for the long haul. We've got a lot of games in a short period of time. The last thing I want is a setback. The Fever need her toughness, her shooting, and her energy. But White made it clear, this team will not gamble with her health. Glow showing America's LeBron shout-out. A moment bigger than the game, the conversation shifted when a reporter asked about LeBron James tweeting support for Caitlin Clark. White's response. A reminder of just how rare Clark's journey is. There are very few people in the world who can understand what Caitlin goes through, White said. LeBron is one of them. Serena Williams. Tiger Woods. Those are the others. For Clark, it wasn't just about the tweet. It was about validation. The message was clear. Superstars recognize superstars. And the NBA and WNBA are watching each other closer than ever before. Shields, Brianna Turner. Defense is the standard. The Fever's past has been haunted by poor defense. But for Brianna Turner, that history is irrelevant because the standard has changed. Defense has been a really big emphasis, Turner explained. We're all about helping each other out, covering, knowing personnel, knowing our coverages. We have to tighten things up early, not wait until later in the season. That shift in mindset showed in Game 1, where the Fever held Chicago under 30% shooting. Still, Turner was clear, it's only the beginning. Police Garlight WNBA investigation. No room for hate. The WNBA confirmed an investigation into alleged inappropriate comments from fans during the opener. Turner didn't shy away. One person is too many, she said firmly. I never want to normalize hate speech or bigotry or pretend it's part of the game, because it's not. We're at work. This is our job. Nobody should face hatred while doing their job. Turner has built a reputation for speaking truth, even if backlash follows. And she isn't backing down now. I'll always speak up. Not just for us, but for our opponents too. Everybody deserves to feel safe. This was more than basketball. This was about protecting the integrity of the league. Glowing star Natasha Howard. The missing piece. When asked about Game 1, Natasha Howard's face lit up. I felt good, she said. My teammates were finding me in good positions. Caitlin missed me a couple times, but that's normal. We're still learning each other. That pass? It'll connect next time. For Howard, the offense is just a matter of time. The defense? That's already here. Our defense is going to help us win games.